to create great masterpieces. Now, nothing is built to last. Architecture and design is a reflection of a civilization's capacity for greatness.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. All right. Now I was just watching this video, man, on how it sounds like a Jake, and he pretty much hit the nail on the head with what the scriptures say how these times would be, man. All right, showing you that the Most High is breaking these kingdoms down. As a matter of fact, when you go into, I'm gonna just grab it real quick, then I'm gonna go back to the scripture that I was talking about. When you go into the scriptures, it basically from that statue that Daniel saw, how the kingdoms grew weaker, man. The more that they had gone on. All right, it's that Daniel 4. That they would become weaker, and now we're at the end of this empire of America. And although it had great power, it was really weaker. They didn't have all the gold and the luxuries of all the ancient kingdoms, man. There's a reason why. Let me get it real quick. It's like it's Daniel's the second chapter. All right. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse I'm gonna start at verse 27. It says Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king? But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon the bed are these. So he asks Daniel, who is, if I'm not mistaken, was known as like a king of the magicians, different titles that they would give him, because the Lord was dealing with the one true God. He's breaking down this dream of these diverse kingdoms, man, that were going to arise from Nebuchadnezzar to after, he reigned. But this is, I'm going to skip down to verse 30. It says, but as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, this great image whose brightness was excellent. So the Most High revealed this dream unto Daniel without him even knowing the words from Nebuchadnezzar. It says, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. It says, the image's head was of a fine gold, his breast, his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. So as you see this, you see the pattern. The kingdoms began to become weaker, man. So much to the point to where the iron was as if it's broken iron, that you tried to put back together with clay, man. Which means really it's not really, it's a division amongst it, which divisions make kingdoms weak. All right, that's the reason why the Lord said that if Satan be divided against Satan, how then shall his kingdom stand? Because that's a weakness. That's actually a schism in the body. You know, so when you read about certain scriptures where it says that this is a schism amongst you, well, the scriptures call those divisions a schism, a lack. All right, that's meaning that it's going to be detrimental for that body or group of people or that governing body in the long run if they don't fix those issues, man. All right, but now you see the end of this kingdom is a technological age where the only thing that these people are going to agree on is going to be the MOTB, man. All right, because as you saw all the diverse technology that replaced the arts and the technology of the ancient world, you can see how it looked weaker, man. All right, as this Jake explained, man, he sounded like a Jake Salakia, but just going by the the spirit that's in me, I presume for him to even see this and understand that he's a Jake, even though most of this is Renaissance art, but even some of this, it was closer to our kingdom, man. The Renaissance was right after our kingdom, and the longer this place went on, the more it started to come down and fall, man. But it says his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them into pieces. So that's Yahweh Shai. He's gonna break this current kingdom, because this is the new kingdom that arose out of the ancient Roman Empire, which is the EU. In the times past, it was the Roman Empire, but the Roman Empire came back, and now we see this age. We see this dawn of Esau, Edom, man. All right, because if I'm not mistaken, those last 3 kingdoms went into Esau, Edom, man. All right. Because I believe the silver, what was it? No, it was the brass, I believe. The bellies and the thighs is brass. That represents another Edomite kingdom. I believe that's the Greeks, and the silver being the Medo-Persian Empire. The gold being the Babylonian Empire. Which Nebuchadnezzar began his empire grew weak when he lost, I believe, certain territories, man. And I believe that came during the time when the Lord had smote him with madness. But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 14, it says, let go. 2nd Ezra 14:14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. All right. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So this lets us understand that it's about to be a lot of dark times that are about to come, man. Because this place is weaker, because it doesn't hold the strength of the morality of the scriptures, man, which is to have no schism. It says the scriptures are perfect, all right? That the law is good if a man uses it lawfully. So it's meant to correct an age and also increase the years upon man. But, hey, just like that, even the life expectancy, the Lord decreased that because he made this place weaker, all right? For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Which we see that coming. We see the famine, all right, the austerity measures, the multiverse of the multi amounts of these false flags that they're going to do to push more chaos and to push insurrections, all right, as well as that MOTB, which is the digital all. The new currency, this Revelations 13 and 16, the MARK of the beast, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be introduced as well, man. Which is going to try the whole world, like it says. And a lot of people are going to fall into that, all right? These are the different plagues that are coming because this place is grown to its full weakness, man, all right? It was a wicked plant that grew up and now it's time for it to be hewn down. All right. Now it's just pitiful. It's like an old weed in the garden, man. You got to pull that up for the sake of the rest of the garden. You know, which the garden is what? The earth. All right. When you hear about tales of the Garden of Eden, well, that's the earth. It was a paradise before wickedness came into it. All right. As a matter of fact, since I said that, I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to go to the Revelation. I mean, not Revelation, but Second Ezra chapter 7, verse. Starting verse 9, it says, "If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?" Which we understand that this place has to pass away for us to receive that. All right, and which we have to go through these obstacles of applying the wisdom of the scriptures, you know, and getting through certain tribulations in our daily lives and what's to come. All right, to receive this kingdom. It says, and I said, "It is so, Lord." Then said he unto me, "Even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then what was decreed that now is done." All right, meaning we have to follow this order in this wicked place. Now that we understand wickedness, we have to apply the wisdom to combat wickedness. All right, so that we don't pass away with the world. All right, because that's the whole breakdown. All right, this place is growing weak because of the evil that has been done in it. All right, and it says that the fashion of this world hasteth to pass away, because this the fashion of this world is not fashioned after the will and the image of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jesus, or Jehovah. All right, but soon it will be on earth as it is in heaven, and then it's going to be eternal. It says in verse 12, "Then were the entrances of the world made narrow, full of sorrow and pain. There are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful." That's the reason why it is called death. This place right now is a hill unto the Israelites, man, especially the Israelite man. It says, "For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit." But the thing is that it was not completely perfect. It was good when the Lord, like he said, hey, he saw it and it was good. You know, it was as he made it, but it had no defense. All right. So now that we have the defense, the Most High is going to come and he's going to deliver such as are following that same guideline, man. All right, let this mind be in you, which was once in Yahweh Shai. All right, understanding that hey, the fact that even if a regular Shmo J can see that it's a difference in the times, well, what manner of men ought you to be in our holy conversation and godliness, man? You wake up. All right, back to this Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 18. It says, "For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen." So, hey, the fact that the Lord woke us up is as if what we say, it's like you just woke up in that pod, man. You literally you were walking in the matrix, and you just woke up and became aware. Oh shit, this is that place, right? That's what the Lord did. It's as if he brought us from the ancient world with his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to understand, well, now it's time for you to survive in this with this wisdom that you have, you know, with what was written aforetime was written for your learning. This is how you escape those pains, and this is how you escape those errors that you made in the past. All right, now that I've given you this, you know, like it says, like Yahweh Shai said to Peter, all right, Satan have desired to sift you as wheat. But fear not, for I have prayed for thee. And it goes on to say that when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So it's talking about when he woke up. All right, which that's what we're doing now, man. Understanding that these times are they're not even how they were a few years ago, man. The way the times have changed drastically, that's a showing that this place is dying out. All right. And it's been more division than ever, man. All right. It says, "Then answered I before thee and said, Behold, the Lord, I will go and as thou hast commanded me, and reprove the people which are present. But they that shall be born afterward, who shall admonish them?" He had to think about the reincarnation. "Thus the world is set in darkness, and they that dwell therein are without light. For the law is burnt, therefore no man knoweth the things that are done of thee, and the work that shall begin." And that was that was also a part of the Lord doing away with not doing away, but because he didn't do away with any of it. He just, he expelled Israel out of the land for a certain amount of time, as well as, well, and during this time, most of us were still in the land, but, the Lord it was at this time around the Greekish captivity, I believe, it was coming into play, all right? The Babylonian and the Greekish captivities that were coming into play, all right, how the Lord had turned us out of our places. Yeah, I believe this was during the Babylonian captivity with Ezra. Probably around the time of Artaxerxes or Ahasuerus. I really mess up on saying that name. I got to practice a little bit more. But yeah, during the time of the Babylonians, then going into the Greek, where it talks about even in Hosea that Israel shall be many days without a prince, without a priest, without the ephod, all the things that the Lord dealt with us on to whether it was the Urim and the Thummim to show what Israel ought to do, to give Israel an answer to save them. All right, this is during that time, man. All right, with Ezra's, I believe it goes on to break it down that the Lord was gonna send the prophets back, man. All right. But it was going to come a time where the Lord was going to seal things up again. So even during this time, although he reproved certain men to receive this spirit, there's going to come a time that we were going to fall back asleep. And when I say that, that means that the righteous were going to be put to death, and then the wicked were going to go out and turn into being the wicked, and then the Lord would hush these words up for a certain point in time, and then he would wake it up again. Because after this, I believe it was the time of the Maccabees. After the time of the Maccabees came Yahweh Shai. And the disciples who later became apostles, man. And now, right now, where you had the Abba Bivens, who was once the John, the Baptist, coming back at this time, and now you have the apostles and the prophets on down teaching this word right now, because this is the time for it to come out, As we see the fashion, I didn't quoted it so many times, I'm just gonna get it. In 2 Corinthians Okay, yes, 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31, it says, "And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world hasteth to pass away." All right? "But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife." And that goes into how we, in these times, man, the woman's not going to be with you. She might be a part of this truth, but we understand that the Most High gave us this knowledge to escape this. But our people don't want to understand that this shit is ending. It's ending. Yeah, starting with the woman. They don't want to receive that it's ending. But, all things come to an end in this wicked-ass world, man. Whether you want to call it good or bad. In this world, it is not meant to exist for a very long time. But, it will exist forever and will exist in the kingdom. The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, this word, this truth, this light, this way. The only thing is that it's going to be much more powerful and manifested in front of your face, unmovable, man. Right now you see it in the carnal flesh, but when Yahweh Shai returns, it's gonna glow to an immortal light. So with that, I'm gonna end this lesson off. Hopefully it's been enlightening and edifying. Gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, Kwam Yasharala.